CC. No shenanigans. We're doing it, you guys. We're doing it. Alright, we're doing it big. Dude, I am bloody stuffed. These past 2 days, bro, I have just been eating like a straight meat sandwich. Bro, the homies, we had a grill party yesterday at work. Yo, if I told you guys what I do for a living and how I make my money, you'd be like, no way. Good night. Double CC, no Chanelly. Get it right. Double CC. But you know, I'm really triple C though, but we won't go that deep tonight. If I told you guys how I made my money, you would not believe me. Like the work I do every day. Well, technically, yesterday I didn't do any work. We just had like a meeting seminar. We drank coffee. We got paid to drink coffee all morning, watch a slideshow, and then we got paid in the afternoon to have a party and just grill steaks. Like, what even is life, bro? Yo, like, nigga, we made it. Like, this is crazy. I worked. Yo, I worked 2 days this week and now I'm finished. Frenchmen right now. The French, they work like 2 days a week and then the weekend starts on like Thursday. You living off a woman, bro? Absolutely not, bro. That is a war crime. I'm not a pimp. Okay, you really think I'm getting $1 out of a hoe's pussy? Y'all guys really think I'm that type of person? Bro, I'm not a pimp, okay? I don't even hit women. We haven't been hitting women since 1986. Come on, bro. It's almost 2026. Get with the times. Nah, bro. It's all about that cryptocurrency. But it's about that Forex. You know what I'm saying? Get like me and you can live life on autopilot, okay? I'm telling you guys. And you guys seen it firsthand, bro. I'm not lying to you, man. Where was I streaming when I first started streaming every single day? Where was I streaming? Exactly. I was streaming at McDonald's, making minimum wage. Minimum wage, you guys, okay? Go back like 2-3 months. I have literal proof. I was working at McDonald's. Nowadays, I work 2 days a week. What's today? Today's Tuesday. I'm done with work this week. I'm the month. Yo, my homie in Denver, Colorado, he's got a similar setup too. Like, me and this nigga, we used to be at the bottom, okay? And I'm telling you, this type of stuff, it don't happen overnight, okay? This took years for us to get to this level. So, you know what I'm saying? Take your time, be patient, but it does pay off, my boy, okay? Me and this nigga, like, okay, I'm in Europe, he's in America. We both got similar positions, similar jobs. I work 2 days a week now. I'm finished. He he can work like whenever he wants. It's a part-time job, but if he wants to work 3 weeks straight, he can. If he wants to work 1 week and then take the rest of the month off, he can. Like, these setups are so lit. You don't have to do back-breaking work. You don't have to kill yourself for a paycheck or even live paycheck to paycheck. Like, yo, it's really possible. And also, you don't have to sell your soul, okay, you guys? That's the best part about it. There's jobs and positions and careers out here that pay you well. You don't have to work a lot. You can take vacation, spend time with your family, your kids, or, you know, do whatever extracurricular shenanigans you want to. And you don't have to sell your soul. that means you get to keep your virgin butthole intact. And that's what they don't want you to know, okay? They want you to either work a 9 to 5, 9 days a week like a slave, or like an indentured servant, or they want you to left the root and sell your soul and toot it up for a old white man so he can give you back shots from the back and from the front. And then after that, you might get some M's, but you lost your integrity. Big PDC. What? Yo, you can't call me that, okay? I'm not a pimp. Okay, we keep it P around here because we straight player like that, but we're not. I'm not a pimp. Okay. You bricked up right now? No, honestly, I'm not. Tonight I'm drinking beer. I'm not horny anymore, you guys. Okay. And I'm not saying that I have successfully conquered lust because I haven't. Okay. I still deal with temptations just like the rest of you human beings. Okay. I still have, severe problems. No disabilities, but I have problems. I got struggles in my life. But as of right now, I'm not struggling with lust. I'm not bricked up. But last night I was. Oh my goodness. Last night was intense. I drank a whole bottle and I didn't even get drunk. It just made me horny. So I think I'm going to give alcohol a break because I'm not trying to be that freaked out anymore. So keep that in mind, you guys. If you drink alcohol and you drink a lot of it and you don't get drunk, either you have a severe problem, right? Most likely you might be an alcoholic. And also you need to watch out for like who you're also around. My best advice, go stroke a furry wall, okay? Especially Jeffrey with Diddy. Yes, this is a real thing, okay? If you smoke a Jeffrey with Diddy, you've taken a lot of wrong turns in your life. Okay? Let's just point that out right there. You messed up big time. But if that happens, stroke a furry wall. What do you trade? Drop some jewels. I already told you guys. Just go crazy on the Bitcoin, okay? But I can't really tell you guys too many details about my job because, as I told you guys 6 months ago, I do work for the CIA, okay? But that's about all the information I can give you. So, if you want to follow my footsteps, get a good government high paying job. David says hi. Hello, David. How are you? How's Mom Sita doing? I have no idea. She's at her home. And also, you guys, she's going through some things right now. So, send her a bunch of love and some hearts. And go to her TikTok and tell her you love her, okay, you guys? Or her Instagram. I forget which one she gave you. Or her Finsta. Either way, go to one of her profiles and say, hey, Mamacita, we miss you. We love you. Hope you're doing all right. You're beautiful. You look like um, Sydney Sweeney. That will make her day. In addition to having an awesome job, which has completely transitioned my life into being awesome, I had an epiphany, especially when I compare my life to other people's lives, which I really don't like to do, just, live your own life. I don't really care. But as I observe other people's lives, their lifestyles, I notice one thing. They're very chaotic. And my life is very simple. And I love to keep it that way. And I'm so blessed that I have a very simple life. Other people, not so fortunate. So, my advice for you guys would be to uncomplicate your lives, alright? I'll give her a back and a butt massage if needed. She doesn't really like massages, you guys. I've tried to take her to many massage parlors. She's not really a fan. 2 out of 10 wouldn't recommend, especially for her. Says she doesn't like, people groping her body like that. She's had lots of massage experiences, and she's just said it was too rough. She'd rather take a pass on. So I don't think the whole butt massage ordeal is gonna work, buddy. But keep trying. One day you might bag her. Okay. She's had bad experiences because she didn't get a happy ending. Well, I don't know. That's something that you'd have to ask her. Honestly, I would have no idea. And I really don't want to know because she's my cousin and I don't really want to visualize, that image of her in a massage parlor getting a happy ending. I don't, that's not something I want to think about. That's not ever anything I want to think about pertaining to one of my family members. It's just highly inappropriate. Moving on. Ooh, my beer. Dude, my boss, he is an awesome individual. He is a meister of the grill. This man cooked so many steaks yesterday. Did I even eat a steak? I don't believe I ate one of those steaks. I made a mistake yesterday. But I did not make a mistake trying his pork belly. OM genius. I've never had pork belly before. I saw it. I'm like, what is this? It just looks like the thickest slab of bacon I've ever seen. And I was like, immediately, me and the pork belly, we locked eyes. It was like our souls were intertwined. And I knew from the moment I saw this pork belly on the grill, I had to have it in my mouth. When he flipped it 2 more times, and I saw the grill marks and the hot sizzling grease on the exterior, just making it ever so crispy, it was at that moment I knew this pork belly had to be mine, and I needed it inside of me. He cooked 3 of these pork bellies. He put them on the plate. Now there's a lot of, my colleagues and coworkers around me. There's a lot of people to feed. He had a lot of meat too. Pause. But I digress. He cooked 3 pork bellies at a time. He put them on a plate. Now me, wanting to be polite and have proper etiquette, I didn't immediately go for the meat. Huge mistake. Huge mistake. Because my colleagues also had the same intention as me. They wanted this meat inside of them. Pause. So, like an idiot, I went towards the pastas. I loaded my plate, potato salad, pasta salad, another pasta salad, a triple pasta salad, and then I got some caprese also. And then when I went back to the meat plate, I discovered that all of the pork belly had been taken. I was disappointed. I was hurt. I was crushed. So I had to settle for the chicken kebab. But unbeknownst to me, he still had one more pork belly tucked off, hidden away. I did not know this information at the time. So after I finished my chicken kebab, he came behind me and he put more meat on the plate. Pause. And I saw he had cooked one single last pork belly. And I looked around the table. I didn't lock eyes with any of my colleagues. So I knew this last pork belly, the last one, the 4th one, was going to be mine. So I ever so sneakily slid over to the meat plate. Pause. I grabbed this pork belly, put it on my plate, cut it in half, and I put this meat in my mouth. I put the meat in my mouth. And this was the most beautiful experience I've had all 2025. This meat was so delicious. I have never tasted anything like this in my entire existence. And I can't wait to put more of this meat in my mouth. It was literally the most transcendent experience I've had in my life. Okay, maybe not number one, but Definitely top five. That's a solid top five moment for me. So, if any of you guys have not had this meat, you need to try this meat. It's out of this world to die for. It is exquisite. 10 out of 10, highly recommend that you all put this meat inside of you at some point in your lives. It was great. It was absolutely life changing. Where's the bottle of vodka, Unc? We didn't buy any vodka this week. I think last week we had some vodka. We tried to switch it up. So last night we had, what do we have? We had Lambrusco. And the thing about Lambrusco, it's an 8% bottle. That's why I was able to easily drink all of it. Also, I'm just built different. But Lambrusco is a special type of sparkling wine. I don't know if that's the accurate description of what it actually is, but that's what it tastes like. It's delicious. It's not my go-to, but I haven't had it in a while, so that's what I drink. And tonight we're drinking some Monschhoffs. This is a bayerische Braut Spezial Hell Besonders Mild. It's also pretty delicious. And whenever you drink beer, it has to have some sort of saint or priest on it, you see? If it doesn't have a priest on it, I'm not drinking it. And you know why? It's because the Catholic priests are the best beer makers in the entire universe. If it didn't come from Germany and it didn't come from some sort of priest, it's not good. It's trash. Nice and moist. Absolutely. That is exactly how I like it. Really moist, wet. The exterior can be a bit crunchy. Just like the steak I had, what was that, like 3 days ago? I cooked the most amazing steak, and this was a filet mignon too. I cooked this steak to perfection. The inside was ever so juicy and pink. You would not believe it. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity that you ever get to prepare something so gorgeous. Identity of Marcus. Hello, Mr. Cornelius. You see drinking. Have you tried putting fugma in the drink? Based on my religious identity, I don't believe in fugma. But I do put every now and then, this is probably like every other weekend, I put Dienda in your drink. We don't do the fugma over here. It's Dienda. Okay. So, Mr. Marcus, get that right. Aziz says, your nose ring is ugly. Aziz, we can tell that you're ugly and you're lonely just by the inflections of your comment. We know that you have no Riz, even though your name does rhyme with Riz. You have none, and that's actually quite depressing. I actually might just kill a stream right now because you came here with this negative aura. I don't like you, Aziz, and you're probably laying on your twin bed, rubbing your toes, wearing a bikini, putting acne cream on your areolas. I don't like you at all. And I really want you to know that I mean that from the bottom of my heart, Aziz. I hope you get your life together. And once you get your life together, you'll see that there's levels to this swag. And then one day, you'll probably notice that having a nose ring is very important if you want to be somebody in this world. And then you'll try to get one, but your piercer will say no. You don't have that level of swag to actually keep one. You see, people like me who have these rings, These rings mean something. These rings mean that I've gone through the worst of the worst and I've conquered it. I've become somebody. And that's very different from you, Aziz. Now, I don't mean to put you on the spot like this, but I had to, okay? Because that's what we do to people like you. We expose you. I got a piercing on my cock and my asshole. Honestly, 99 Honda Civic, I don't think that that was the best move. Um, Cock piercings can be a bit problematic because if you hit the wrong nerve, then you significantly reduce the amount of nerve endings in your cock, which means that you won't be able to feel that great from the tip of your veiny PP anymore. So I would not recommend that to anyone. And also, getting a piercing on your eye hole just isn't sanitary. Okay. I don't think I have to go into details about that, but you should probably get both of those removed before you get some sort of bacterial infection. Okay, I don't want to see you in the hospital. And I also don't want to see you with any sort of genital herpes or warts. Most likely warts. Yeah, you probably get like a UTI and warts rather than herpes. I recant that first statement. When I sit, the piercing goes in and moves around. Well, that's probably because your piercing is too big for your member. If you have a small pee-pee, then you should have gotten a small piercing so the piercing doesn't move around so much. Come on, buddy. It's common sense, okay? Don't go for the big leagues if you don't have a big member. Come on, you don't have to overcompensate. That's like you remember in high school when everyone used to carry around those magnums, those gold plated because those are reserved for, you know, the BBC, the big dick bandits, the big black Nigerians with 18 inches, okay? Everyone can't fit a magnum. And you know what? It's okay. It's really okay. And, you know, I'm going to give you guys a pro tip, all right? You got to stop watching porn, okay? No matter what size your peen is, it's okay. And you shouldn't be ashamed if it's ginormous, right? If you're like Mandingo, if you're average size, like what's his name? Jason Love, the guy who slimed out Adam 22's wife, Lena the Plug, or actually I don't know if that's his wife anymore. Heard they were getting a divorce. Hopefully not. Or if you know you have a microscopic peen, it's okay because you were born this way. And at a certain point of your life, you have to learn to love yourself and every part of yourself. And the thing about porn is that it's a lot of comparison going on. And honestly, we shouldn't be looking at anyone's peens except for our own. And this would help solve a lot of the world's problem. Because look at this. If you never knew the size of another man's peen, you would believe that yours is the biggest, the largest, the greatest. And if women never saw another man's peen except for yours, if she never slept with another man, she would literally think that you're King Kong. So we got to get off the porn tip, okay? It's really not kosher. And it's going to help you out in the long run. Oh, you're talking about the piercing in your booty hole. Boy, do you sound like Sexy Red right now. Go right now. Okay, I don't care if the piercing studio is closed. Go and bang on their door. Get that piercing removed right now. Okay, you probably have an infection, and you probably need some what's that stuff called? Antibiotics. That's what you need right now. You need some antibiotics and a tetanus shot, and most likely a rabies shot. We Shall we compare each other's? No, thank you. All right, you guys. Um, Go do something with your lives. That has been my TED Talk. Marco Katal said hi. Why do y'all always do this? Y'all immediately come as soon as I say I'm about to leave. Aaron, hello. My best friend's name is Aaron, but his last name is not Marco. This is a completely different Aaron. But anyways, Aaron and Marco, thank you for being here. I'm actually leaving right now because I have stuff to do. And when I say I have stuff to do, I mean I need to finish my beer and watch Netflix. Sounds like someone's breaking in. Yes, Mamacita is breaking into my home right as we speak. All right, you guys, I love you. Good night. Sleep tight and don't let the bed bugs bite. This is the point where I usually say I'll see you tomorrow, but when I say that nowadays, I'm lying. Angela Nemeth says hi. Hey yo, Angela. No, your name's not Angela. Angelica. Angelica, you're making me feel like all weird and warm fuzzy inside. You can't be blowing me kisses like that, okay? You're gonna have me start stroking furry walls. Straight going mental. Put on your PJs and put your PJs on and twerk. I don't wear pajamas, okay? Because there's a scientific study that came out of Harvard 3 years ago that said if you wear pajamas, you're most likely to contract testicular cancer. So I sleep naked. Okay, I don't sleep naked, but I, the closest thing you can get to naked, that's how I sleep. I don't have pajamas. What do I look like, a 4-year-old? Bro, I'm a grown man. Come on. What are you, a girl or something? Still wearing pajamas, bro? What were you born in, like, 2007? What are you, a child? Actually, 2007, you're not a child anymore. You're like 18, 19, something like that. What are you born in, like 2010? What's wrong with you? You sleep with a G string on. Why are you telling all my business, man? All right, I'm leaving now, okay? You guys, y'all know too much. Uh, go do something with your life.